I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're exploring a book called A Beggar's Worth by Edith Webster. It is a captivating tale of ambition, struggle, and transformation. Set in an ancient village, this narrative follows young Sophie as she flees a life of poverty, driven by a desire to ascend to nobility and claim the riches she believes she deserves. Her journey, however, unveils a reality far removed from her dreams, embroiled in deceit and the same misery she sought to escape, until a mysterious shift changes her fate. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank our team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful book. The links are below this interview. Edith, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Good to see you too, Logan. And may I call you Logan?
Oh, you may, absolutely.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, my friend. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration for Sophie's story.
I met a girl who was living under a bridge in Portland, Oregon, and she was using heroin.
Hmm.
And her sister, I lived in the Dalles, and her sister went to get her. And she came back to the Dalles, and she stayed very good for 3 weeks.
Hmm.
And then her boyfriend got out of jail, and she went back to living under a bridge in Portland. And somehow the story wound into my head 400 years ago in a different place that I've never been. But it made me think of the darkness, the incredible darkness that's in the world.
Amazing.
And there is a way to get from the darkness to the light. It just takes time and effort.
Yeah. So your book is inspired by a real life experience you had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although the book has nothing to do with the experience, really. It's just
Right.
how to get from the dark world into a lighter place.
Let's give the folks at home an overview of what A Beggar's Worth is about.
What it's about?
Yeah.
It's about a girl named Sophie who was born in a caste system, in a poverty level caste system. And there were more mouths to feed than there was food to feed them. And Sophie thought, I think I'll just leave and go see what's out there. There's got to be something really good out there for me. She was really thinking about herself. But she went out and she found one job and then another and then another. And time went on. And eventually she found herself destitute, extremely destitute, under a lamppost in the middle of the night at the end of a winter storm. And that's how it starts.
Yeah. Very, very intriguing imagery, that's for sure.
For sure.
Tell us the meaning of the title, A Beggar's Worth.
Well, when I first thought of her, I thought of her as a beggar. And then I thought, what is she worth? Is she worth anything? She's born into poverty. She lives in poverty. She's surrounded by poverty. What happens? What happens if she has dreams and she wishes for something better? What happens? And then it just unfolded as I wrote. It just unfolded.
Yeah.
It was a good story.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Transformation is both literal and metaphorical. Can you talk to us a little bit about the pivotal moment that changes her path?
The pivotal moment that changes her path, I would say, is first of all when she feels the 400-year-old rocks in the road move and knows something's coming. And the next pivotal moment would be when she is taken unexpectedly and by surprise to a place where there are some people who want to help her and to give her a bath. And that pivotal moment is when they begin to disrobe her, and every rag she has on her has a name. Like, give me a name. Anyway, low self, so left, so less. Oh dear God,
No worries.
no self-respect
Yeah.
and hunger
Mm.
and loneliness and so many. Every rag she had, all the way down to the poor wrappings on her feet, had names. And one of the people she encountered when she got to a place that was safer, where there was a bath, there was a lady named Mary Elizabeth, and she's very pivotal in the story because when there's a lost soul out there, then it's good to have somebody along that knows how to pick up the pieces and make it better.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Sophie.
Wonderful. Wonderful. What message do you hope readers take away from her experiences and the ultimate realization of her worth?
Some of the readers have contacted me and they said they understood the book. They understood it more as a prosy little novel,
Mm-hmm.
something to make them think about a darker side in life and a better side, or how things could be better.
Mm-hmm.
And then other people read it and think, interesting, I don't know where you got that,
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Although there was a
I think it also points to the intrinsic value of life, right?
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
a beggar's life should be worth the same as a rich man's life, right?
It is
Yeah.
in a different way, in a different
Yeah.
way. Um, I don't know if it's a good time to tell you, but several months ago, there was a movie industry that got in touch with me, and the movie went from a screenwrite to into acquisition, and then there was a strike.
Hmm.
The actors and the writers went on strike for 10 months,
Right.
and so everything got lost in the shuffle.
Hmm.
But I think that this is a book, even though it's small, it's a book that if you let your mind just go with it, you can see the impossible wonderfulness of moving from poverty into a life that's richer than money.
Hmm.
No, no money changes hands,
Yeah.
but it's good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could completely envision it as a movie. I think it'd be an enchanting tale. Like I said, you've created a lot of beautiful imageries, a lot of intriguing imagery in the book
Mhm.
as well. And I think it'd be a great story. Who would you have play Sophie if you could pick any actress to play Sophie?
Well, of all things, there was a lady or an actress, who played in it was a fairy tale
Mhm.
about the monster, or the big, uh, what is it? She was a fairy tale. I mean,
Yeah.
she was in the fairy tale, and she was a blonde lady,
Hmm.
young, and she went, um, and this monster, oh, what was it? Beggar? No. Anyway, the monster turned into a handsome young man at the end. That
Hmm.
should give you a clue.
Yeah.
So that actress I liked. Then there was a dark-headed lady that I saw in a movie that I thought would make a wonderful Mary Elizabeth.
Mm.
And I don't remember her name, but she was perfect for her.
Okay.
So I see these people in my mind, and then I see them on the screen, and I think, aha,
Yeah.
there
That
they
would be
are.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun to cast it. I'm sure there'd be a long line out the door and around the block to play these roles. That's how it is in
If
the
they
acting
understood the
world.
movie, maybe they would. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you working on anything new or a sequel, perhaps?
Yes, I work because I
Mhm.
like to work. I have 5 books out, and 3 of them are novels, Western
Mhm.
novels. I kind of am a takeoff from Louis L'Amour with a softer side, with an
Mm.
edge. But this little book and the one that followed it um, um, are kind of they're different than the
Mhm.
others. They're smaller books, but they're, Seasons of the Heart was the second book that could go with A Beggar's Worth. if a movie maker wanted to extend it.
Yeah.
I don't have any plans or thoughts. I'm older. I
Yep.
really, I've had my day. I've had fun. I didn't start to write until I was 75.
Mm-hmm.
And because I worked in a hospital and I worked in a bank,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just fun to
Yeah.
sit down and think of these people,
Sure. It's
make the stories.
really a delight crafting a different world, crafting different beings, crafting different characters. It
Really
really,
fun.
really is quite fulfilling, and you did a great job with this. The name of the book
Thank you.
is A
A
Beggar's
beggar's
Worth.
worth.
Yep. It is written by Edith Webster. It is a captivating tale of ambition, struggle, and transformation. It is set in an ancient village, and it follows the story of Sophie as she flees poverty, driven by a desire to ascend to nobility and claim the riches she believes she deserves. It's an interesting story. It's an enchanting story. It's a book you won't want to put down. And the sequel is coming, which is great because you'll really enjoy this. Edith, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.